And back here live, CRS 2025 rolls on the sportsguyspodcast.com and, of course, out there at KKTC True Country 99.9. Appreciate all the work the sponsors have done. Olivia Rock, Sandy June, and the CadenBoardingShow.com. Today's best country mix. And speaking of country mixes and country hits, he's done a lot in this industry. He's back with more. And good to have him here and good to finally meet in person. The all-time great songwriter, Skip Ewing here. What's up? What's going on, man?
Oh, man. Well, first of all, it's nice to actually be on the same, we're on the same camera, right? I mean, we've done, talk at Zoom. I've always been in Wyoming, and now we're hanging out in Nashville. That's cool. I've enjoyed every time that we've talked together. I've enjoyed it.
I've enjoyed talking to you, too. We'll talk about just this first quarter of the new year. Everybody's busy. This event like this brings out the best in people out there, too, to promote the latest projects. What's going on with you?
Well, man, I'm fortunate. It seems that one of the things that's happening is I'm suddenly got a song in the top 40. I think it's actually genuinely in the media-based top 40, and that's the duet that Lainey Wilson and Ernest did. It's technically Ernest's single, but everybody's playing Lainey and Ernest or Ernest called Would If I Could. That's exciting to have and completely unexpected. And by the same token, we recently released my album, Skip Ewing. We released the Road to California album, and now suddenly I have radio promotion that's come on board, and for the first time since I've been back after this resurgence, after doing all the horsemanship work, we're going to have a radio single to radio called Road Dog. And super exciting. Doing CRS and hanging out, seeing people I haven't seen in a while. It's an exciting time. It really is.
The industry's changed so much ever since you had started too, and all those great songs, Randy Travis and stuff like that. I wanted to ask you about that because I think the 90s country sound, your sound, the songs that you wrote back then still stand the test of time for great artists. Two, I guess, kind of a two-part question. What made your songs touch so many people? And on the flip side of that, how good is it to see now 90s country making a resurgence with guys like Randall King and Zach Thomas bringing all this back?
Well, yeah, it really is two questions. But the one question I think about how why those songs may have reached people, at least from where I come from as a writer and as an artist, what I try to convey is that the way I play guitar. The way that I sing, how I emotionally approach things, whether that's happy or with death, lyrically and musically, all those things are the artistic voice of me. Skip Ewing's artistic voice. I don't separate them, and I never have separated them. So the effort for me has always been. So it's more about hearts than charts, and I think what really keeps songs alive and oftentimes helps with those songs being powerful in the first place is the heart that the artist puts into it, of course. But also it's the reaction of the person and the hearts who are listening. Those are the important people. It's easy to forget when we say it's a number one song on radio. That means a lot of people had a chance to hear it. It doesn't necessarily mean that so many people connected to it sort of, really brought it into their own life. And I've been fortunate enough to write songs that people have brought into their own life. And that's humbling. Songs like I Believe, that I'm in Real. Heck, I've had someone say, the reason I was able to, to process the death of my son, that was powerful stuff. Love Me for Colin Ray. And we still had a lot of fun, a lot of fun things. You brought up Randy Travis, like If I Didn't Have You. Randy, what a great artist he is, and so I think that's hopefully that's what's always been my approach to writing, and I found that if I made an effort to do that, I felt better. And I was getting asked not to do that a lot. It's like, man, just write what radio needs, and I came away from that going, okay, but I have to do both. I find to write what radio needs, what they'll play, because that's how we make money. Not without genuinely reaching people the way that I believe. That's what I believe. I couldn't go against what I believe, and I couldn't make a living there for a while. So, as you know, I left. And I went and studied horsemanship, and I came back to it. So it's been like a resurgence. And I wouldn't say that I'm certainly not writing the same songs that I was writing in the 90s. that's because of an artistic journey. I think everyone's on one. So in the same way that some of the songs that hits I wrote for Kenny Chilton, like "You Had Me from Hello," it's a very strong song. That's not what Kenny is about. I don't know if he plays that out. When he does his shows now, he's had a journey, and I'm on that journey. And so have the listeners been on the journey. And if there's a hunger for something, for some people looking for a 90s sound, I don't know if it's the 90s sound necessarily, but I do know that there were a lot of people who were really craftsmen, songwriter craftsmen, who knew how to put songs together in a way that's different than some of what we hear. It doesn't mean good or bad. If that's what you're looking for, and that's what we're hoping to have. I can't do it differently. I just have to say this is how I want to make that connection. Real stuff that I want to talk about. Do I want to have a lot of fun, diversity in music? Absolutely, because the genre has to stay alive. All of this, because there's an artistic journey, just like there's an artistic change in country music. There's ballad music. But I love that I'm being given a chance, and I hope if you haven't heard, hope you listen to what Skip Ewing is about now. And I don't know, it looks like we might be given a chance.
Like I said, those are the timeless classics to live on for many, many years too. The contributions we've made to country music endless, and we thank you for that too at the same time. I'm looking forward to seeing where these next projects go. You mentioned Road Dog, and so much good stuff out there. Glad you're back in this game. Love you tell the story about horsemanship at the same time. But man, always good to have you here on this show, and always one of our OGs. Our favorite shows. We appreciate you being with us.
I sure appreciate you inviting me. I love it when we talk. I hope you have a great CRS. And those of you listening, thanks for hanging out, and thanks for listening to me.
Yeah, Skip Ewing, one of the greatest of all time to do it. We're back with more. We got Dylan Carmichael and a few others coming up, right? Right there.
Right.
The CadenGordonShow.com, today's best country mix, and of course out there too, Sandy June, Olivia Rocks Music. Appreciate you guys. KKTC, True Country 99.9, and the SportsGuysPodcast.com. More to come. Grand Slam, music, and sports. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.